The Gaslight District is Glitch Productions' newest and latest show, having its pilot episode released back on Friday on April 18th. And first of all, I just would like to apologize for this video not having been released. You know, after the pilot dropped, I was originally gonna have this video be uploaded the day after the pilot dropped, so on Saturday. But been a crazy weekend, I should say. It was Easter weekend. Happy Easter to everyone. Hopefully you all had a good time and a fun time. Yeah, no, I was busy then with all family stuff on Easter, and I couldn't really have time to make my review and my review on the Gaslight District pilot episode. So had to postpone it, but here we are now, and I will give you my full thoughts. You already know the drill. I'll give you my thoughts on what I think about the pilot, man. How it's yet another cool installment for Glitch Productions and their catalog of films, because I love Glitch Productions. They make some of for being just a small studio. I shouldn't say small. They're freaking big. Have you seen Digital Circus? I shouldn't even be saying a term like, oh, they're just tiny. They're so small, a tiny little indie animation studio. They're not that. They are a freaking juggernaut when it comes to their stuff. Okay, Murder Drones, The Amazing Digital Circus. It's great stuff. Okay, and with the newest addition to the Gaslight District, how does it even compare to that? And to that, I would like to say, it honestly does not. And that's for a really, really good reason. The Gaslight District is unlike anything Glitch Productions has made before. Its animation alone is something truly just different and unlike anything that Glitch has done in the past. It's almost like an actual like studio made this. Like, I'm talking like DreamWorks or Pixar, or especially Leica, because it's really in that realm of stop motion animation. Glitch Productions has literally graduated to that step, to making animations that it seems industry worthy, and it's crazy. You look at Murder Drones and The Amazing Digital Circus, and while those two are as of right now, they're way bigger shows than the Gaslight District. You look at those shows and you look at the animation, like, while it is good and it's impressive, it's also like, yeah, you can tell it's a very internet type thing. You can tell this feels like it came from YouTube. You know what I mean? But you look at the Gaslight District and its animation, and it looks phenomenal. I think it's their most cinematic looking show that they have currently, and that's speaking awesome sauce. That's totally great to have. Big step for indie animation as a whole, proving that, hey, indie animation artists out there can make stuff that are industry level worthy, and that's great. That's the kind we like to see. And again, comparing it to Glitch's previous works, the Gaslight District is not only different in its animation, but also its story and its tone. This is without a doubt their most darkest and very mature show yet. And maybe, I don't know how much that's saying, and it's not like Glitch is a stranger to having these type of themes or tones in their shows before. Literally, Murder Drones is show about killer robots killing each other because reasons. I'm not making that up. It's go look at the synopsis back for the pilot trailer episode. I think it says like cute robots killing other cute robots, edgy stuff, and it's a good show, jolly good show. The Amazing Digital Circus, big show, has heavy themes surrounding some of its episodes, and it's good stuff to watch. But man, like, I don't know. I guess especially with Digital Circus, because of how absolutely brain rotted it's gotten with just all of these kids and these children. I sound like an old man here. These darn tuning kids, they don't know what real art is like. They just look at colorful pictures and call it skimming toilet. It's dumb. It's stupid. I don't want to hear that shit anymore. Okay, I want to listen to the good stuff. And the Amazing Digital Circus is good stuff. It's good. It's absolute cinema, bro. It is. It's good stuff. But all these kids and make it look like it's. That's totally a side tangent. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the Gaslight District. And again, a very interesting entry to Glitch's catalog of shows right now. Um, just again, it's comparing it to their other works. It's their most mature and most darkest yet, I'd say. Uh, it's not even. It's like, and also it lacks like a sense of like it lacks any of the comedy and humor that their other shows would usually have. Like with a show like Murder Jones, like you'll get some like funny moments here and there, some cutesy moments from the characters, and especially in like Digital Circus, you'll get plenty of humorous moments in that show. But the Gaslight District, while it does have like I guess like jokes, they're never like they're not quips, you know? They're not like zing moments or like oh like that just happened. It's just like it's more like a character says a joke and then they die because of it. You know, it's kind of in that vibe, and it's the right and I guess that's due to the fact that its writing is also really sharp as well. Like it's a very fast paced, but it's still well paced at that. The deliveries of not just the jokes but the lines is really like it's really it's satisfying to just hear these characters talk and deliver their stuff. The voice acting is great. I would honestly say this is probably the best voice acting I've heard in any of Glitch's shows. The Gaslight District has that award right now. Best voice acting I've heard. It's so fun to hear these characters talk. From a character with a breadhead whose name is literally Breadhead, the way he talks, the way this character Mud talks, it's all fun to hear. The Butcher, Ken the Butcher, it's so these characters are fun to listen to. You kind of want to hear them talk a lot, and that's good to have. You want to be invested in this world and its characters, and that's what we're getting here. The main protagonist, Mel, a very crazy protagonist. Another one that we got. Cool. Wouldn't be the first time Glitch has done that. It's just fun to see these characters, and it's only the pilot episode. We're seeing these characters see them united as a family, but there's conflict, there's drama, and I would get into that, but I kind of suck at breaking down episodes. I'm just here to give you my thoughts on it. On hey, this is what I think about it. This is what I like about it, and here's like some things I don't like about it. What don't I like about it? I honestly am not sure. I mean, we're only like a pilot episode in, so of course everything that we know about the show so far is not fully explained. There's so many questions left unanswered. Where is the show gonna go next after the pilot episode? And it looks like we'll have to wait for those answers for a pretty while, especially with Glitch, producing multiple shows between this and Digital Circus, and very soon Knights of Guinevere, another show that they're planning to make later on down, or they're planning to release later this year, hopefully. A lot of stuff to work on, and there's a lot of managing that needs to be done between all these shows. So, but knowing that Glitch has done good in the past, I have trust in them, and I would say, hey, it's all going to be worth it in the end. The Gaslight District, its pilot is a solid entry with very fun characters to follow. The voice acting very fun. It gives these characters life and great sense of personality. You can see it in these characters and the world that they're in. It fits. It's so fitting with how they act. They all like have like their say in this world that they're in, with like this very post-apocalypse type world, place where like the world is like has come to an end, and there's just these characters that are lawless and gangsters and they kill each other. Very gnarly stuff, very cool stuff at that though, and its animation again complements that especially. So yeah, it's honestly a fun watch and very different compared to everything that Glitch Productions has made in the past, and that's a great thing. I think that's that's good for Glitch to have as a variety. Murder Drones, Digital Circus, as great as they are, they're very it's nice to have a show like the Gaslight District be a step above in its maybe in its writing, its like delivery, its performances. Again, it's definitely their most mature with everything it's doing with its killing and its language. It's not just like nonsensical or just done for comedy's sake. It feels raw watching it. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very raunchy, I could say. And that's fun to see. You know what? I love that type of writing. I love that type of stuff in movies and shows. And the Gaslight District is definitely a show right up my alley. I love to see it. A new show in the block created by Glitch Productions. and I'm here for the long run and see how the show turns out. But that's my thoughts and my review on the Gaslight District pilot. And I'm very glad that I was able to get this all done in pretty much one take. This is like the 25th take I've done. And who'd have thunk? Because, I did the other like takes with like a script reading, and I suck at that. I just suck at doing scripts. I am so much better at conveying my thoughts with just speaking out loud and naturally, and just having it come to fruition. Maybe I'll regret some stuff I forgot to mention here and there, but I can always fix that in post, or I'll just add it in the description. It doesn't matter. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Gaslight District. The pilot episode was great. I'll leave a link in the description so y'all could watch it for yourselves. It's a really good watch. Go support indie animation. It's always fun to see artists come and create something that hasn't been seen before for us, the audience. So that's my review, and I wish you all a good night. Thanks for watching. Y'all, well, look at that. Someone's calling over there. But luckily the video is going to be over. See you all on the next one. Later, Gators.